Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Sara English. I'm Sarah, and I'm very happy to be here with you today.
And I'm Mike. It's always a pleasure to spend time with you and practice English together in a relaxed and natural way.
Whether you are listening at home, on a bus, during a walk, or maybe while taking a break from work, thank you for joining us.
We know that people listen from many different countries, and every time we record an episode, we imagine all of you learning English one sentence at a time.
Today, we have a topic that many English learners think about every day, sometimes without even realizing it.
That's right. We are going to talk about something that can completely change the way you learn English.
Our topic today is train your brain to speak in English.
This is something that almost every learner wants to do. Many people understand English when they read or listen, but speaking feels much harder.
They know vocabulary, they know grammar, sometimes they even know exactly what they want to say.
But when the moment comes to speak, their brain suddenly becomes very slow.
Or sometimes their brain becomes very fast, but in the wrong language.
Exactly. They think of a sentence in their native language first and then try to translate everything into English.
And while they are translating, the conversation keeps moving.
Then they feel nervous because other people are waiting for an answer.
If this has happened to you before, don't worry. It happens to millions of English learners around the world.
Today, we are going to explore why this happens and what you can do to gradually train your brain to think more naturally in English.
Before we begin, we would like to ask you a simple question.
Yes, think about this question while you listen.
When was the last time you spoke English out loud?
Maybe it was yesterday.
Maybe it was this morning.
Or maybe it has been a long time.
Whatever your answer is, just keep it in your mind.
Because speaking English is not only about knowledge.
It is also about habits.
And habits are created through repetition.
Mike, let me ask you something.
Sure.
Do you remember learning a skill that felt impossible at first, but became natural later?
Absolutely. Driving a car is a great example.
Oh, yes, that is a good one.
When I first learned to drive, I had to think about everything. The mirrors, the pedals, the steering wheel, the traffic signs.
Your brain was working very hard.
Extremely hard. Sometimes I felt like I needed 10 different brains at the same time.
That makes sense. I know that feeling.
But after enough practice, something interesting happened.
What happened?
Many actions became automatic. I no longer needed to think carefully about every small movement.
So your brain created a new habit.
Exactly.
And learning to speak English works in a similar way.
Yes. At first, your brain must work very hard.
You think about vocabulary.
You think about grammar.
You think about pronunciation.
And sometimes you worry about mistakes, too.
That is a lot for one brain to handle.
It really is.
But the good news is that your brain is designed to learn patterns.
The more often you use English, the more familiar those patterns become.
Eventually, your brain starts recognizing English as something normal instead of something difficult.
Many learners believe they need more grammar before they can speak.
Sometimes grammar helps.
Of course.
But often, the real problem is not grammar. It is hesitation. That is a very important word.
Hesitation means pausing because you are unsure what to say.
Many learners hesitate because they want every sentence to be perfect.
But perfection can slow you down.
Imagine a child learning to speak.
Children make mistakes all the time.
Yet they continue speaking.
They do not stop every 5 seconds to check grammar rules.
That would be a very unusual child.
Excuse me, Mother, before I ask for juice, I need to review verb forms.
That would be impressive, but probably not very practical.
Exactly.
Children improve because they focus on communication first.
They use the language repeatedly.
Their brains receive constant practice.
And gradually speaking becomes natural.
Now, of course, adult learners are different.
Yes, adults usually analyze more,
We think more carefully.
sometimes too carefully.
Sometimes we create pressure that makes speaking harder.
We tell ourselves things like, I must speak perfectly.
Or, I cannot make any mistakes.
Those thoughts can create fear.
And fear is not a good environment for learning.
When people feel relaxed, their brains often work better.
That is one reason why listening to conversations can be so useful.
You hear natural patterns again and again.
Your brain starts noticing how English flows.
You begin recognizing common expressions.
Instead of translating every word, you start understanding complete ideas.
This is an important step toward thinking in English.
Speaking of thinking in English, many learners imagine it as something mysterious.
Like a secret level that only advanced students can reach.
But it is actually much simpler than that.
Thinking in English usually begins with very small things.
For example, imagine you are drinking coffee.
You can look at the cup and think, this coffee is hot.
Or maybe, I need more coffee today.
That is a sentence I use quite often.
The important thing is that the thought happens directly in English.
No translation.
No complicated grammar analysis.
Just a simple idea.
Then another simple idea.
Then another.
Over time, these small moments become longer.
A sentence becomes 2 sentences.
2 sentences become a short conversation in your mind.
And slowly your brain begins building a stronger connection with English.
Many learners underestimate the power of these tiny moments.
They think improvement only happens during long study sessions.
But your brain is learning all day.
Every small interaction with English matters.
Every sentence you hear,
Every sentence you read.
every sentence you speak.
They all contribute to the process.
And the more English becomes part of your daily life, the more natural it begins to feel.
Which leads to an interesting question.
What is the biggest mistake people make when they try to train their brain to speak English?
I think one common mistake is waiting until they feel completely ready.
That is true.
Many people say, I'll start speaking when my English is better.
But speaking is one of the things that helps your English become better in the first place.
Exactly. The practice creates the improvement, not the other way around.
And once learners understand that idea, everything starts to change.
Once learners understand that idea, everything starts to change.
Yes, because they stop waiting for the perfect moment and begin using English as it is right now.
And that creates something very important.
Momentum.
Momentum is the feeling of moving forward continuously.
Even small actions can create momentum when you repeat them regularly.
Let's talk about one of the biggest challenges learners face when they want to think in English.
The habit of translating.
Many people hear an English question, translate it into their own language, create an answer in their own language, and then translate the answer back into English.
That process takes time and energy.
And because conversations move quickly, learners often feel stressed.
Sometimes they know exactly what they want to say, but the translation process slows everything down.
The good news is that this habit can be changed.
Not overnight, of course.
No, it takes practice.
But every learner can improve it.
Mike, what is a simple way to reduce translation?
One method I like is using observation.
Observation?
Yes, throughout your day, simply look at things around you and describe them in English.
That sounds easy enough.
Imagine you are walking through a park.
Okay.
You might think, the weather is nice today.
Simple.
Then, there are many people walking.
Also simple.
Then maybe, that dog looks excited.
Dogs usually do look excited.
They often seem happier than the rest of us.
What I like about this exercise is that it connects English directly to real life.
Exactly.
Instead of translating complex ideas, you describe what you can see.
Your brain starts creating direct connections between objects, situations, and English words.
That direct connection is very valuable.
Another useful habit is talking to yourself.
Some people might think that sounds strange,
Maybe a little.
but it can be extremely effective.
You do not need to give a speech to yourself for 30 minutes.
That would be a very long meeting.
Yes, and you might disagree with yourself halfway through.
So, what kind of self-talk do you mean?
Very simple things.
Like what?
When you wake up, you can say, "Today I have a busy schedule."
Or, I need to finish some work.
Exactly.
Maybe, I'm gonna make breakfast now.
Or, "I should drink more water today."
These sentences are ordinary.
That is the point.
Why is that important?
Because most conversations in real life are ordinary.
That is very true.
Many learners study advanced vocabulary but struggle with basic daily communication.
They know difficult words, but cannot comfortably talk about their day.
Training your brain starts with everyday language.
Another thing learners often ask is, how much English should I use each day?
There is no perfect answer,
Everyone has a different schedule.
but consistency matters more than intensity.
Let's explain that.
Imagine someone studies English for 3 hours on one day and then does nothing for the next 2 weeks.
That happens quite often.
Now imagine another learner who practices for 15 minutes every day.
The second learner is building a stronger habit.
Exactly.
The daily practice keeps English active in the brain.
Your brain likes regular exposure.
It learns through repetition.
Just like exercising a muscle.
Speaking of habits, there is another technique that can help learners think faster in English.
What is it?
Asking yourself simple questions.
I like that method.
For example, you can ask, "What am I doing right now?"
Then answer in English.
"I am listening to a podcast."
Or, "I am sitting at my desk."
Then ask another question.
What will I do later today?
Then answer again.
I will go shopping.
Or, "I will meet a friend."
These many conversations train your brain to respond directly in English.
Without needing another person.
Exactly.
Of course, speaking with real people is valuable too.
Very valuable.
But many learners do not always have someone available.
Self-questioning allows you to practice anywhere.
At home,
On a walk.
while waiting for a bus.
Even while washing dishes.
English practice and clean dishes at the same time.
A productive combination.
Now, let's discuss another challenge.
Vocabulary?
Exactly.
Many learners believe they need thousands of new words before they can think in English.
But that belief can become discouraging.
Because the task feels enormous.
In reality, a relatively small number of common words appear again and again in daily conversations.
The key is learning to use the words you already know.
That is a powerful idea.
Imagine a learner knows the words go, want, need, think, and feel.
Those are common words.
Extremely common.
And they can create many useful sentences.
I want to learn.
I need more practice.
I think this is helpful.
I feel more confident.
Notice that none of these sentences are complicated.
Yet they communicate real ideas.
Communication is the goal.
Not showing off difficult vocabulary.
Sometimes learners try to sound advanced before they feel comfortable.
And that creates unnecessary pressure.
It is okay to use simple English.
In fact, simple English is often clearer.
Another helpful strategy is surrounding yourself with English during the day.
What do you mean by surrounding yourself?
Creating an environment where English appears regularly.
For example,
Listening to podcasts.
reading articles,
Watching videos.
following English content creators.
Even changing some device settings to English.
These small changes increase your exposure.
Exposure means the amount of contact you have with the language.
The more exposure you have, the more familiar English becomes.
Familiarity reduces resistance.
That is another useful word.
Resistance is the feeling that something is difficult or uncomfortable.
When English becomes familiar, your brain stops treating it like a stranger.
It starts feeling normal.
And when something feels normal, your brain processes it more easily.
There's also a psychological benefit.
Meaning,
English stops feeling like a school subject.
interesting.
It becomes part of everyday life.
That shift is very important.
Because language is meant to be used.
Not only studied.
Exactly.
Let's imagine two learners.
Okay.
The first learner studies grammar for 1 hour every day, but never speaks.
And the second learner studies grammar for 20 minutes, but also spends 10 minutes speaking aloud.
Which learner is building speaking ability faster?
Usually the second learner.
Because speaking itself is a skill.
just like writing, driving, or playing an instrument.
You improve by doing it.
Not only by reading about it.
Another thing learners should remember is that confusion is normal.
Very normal.
Sometimes your brain feels messy when learning.
That does not mean learning is failing.
Often it means learning is happening,
Your brain is organizing new information,
building new patterns.
creating new connections.
And those connections become stronger with practice.
Which brings us to an interesting question.
What happens when learners make mistakes while speaking?
Many people assume mistakes are evidence of failure.
But mistakes can actually be useful information.
They show you what needs more practice.
They reveal gaps.
And once you notice those gaps, you can improve them.
The learners who progress fastest are often not the learners who avoid mistakes.
They are the learners who continue despite mistakes.
That requires confidence,
And confidence grows through action.
not through waiting.
The more you use English, the more evidence your brain receives that you can communicate,
Even imperfectly.
especially imperfectly sometimes.
Which means that every conversation, every practice session, and every attempt is helping train your brain for something bigger. Which means that every conversation, every practice session, and every attempt is helping train your brain for something bigger.
Exactly. Many learners think that progress only happens when they notice a big improvement.
But real progress is usually much quieter than that.
It happens little by little.
One day, you understand a sentence faster than before.
Another day, you answer a question without translating.
Then one day, you suddenly realize that you have been thinking in English for several minutes.
Those moments may seem small, but they are signs that your brain is changing.
And that change is the result of many small actions repeated over time.
This is why patience is so important.
Patience means accepting that growth takes time.
In today's world, people often want immediate results.
We click a button and expect something to happen instantly.
But language learning follows a different rhythm.
It is more like growing a plant.
You water it regularly,
You give it sunlight,
you take care of it.
and slowly it grows.
You cannot force it to become a tree in 1 week.
The same is true for English.
Daily practice is like watering the plant,
Every small effort matters.
even when the results are not immediately visible.
Mike, what advice would you give to someone who feels stuck?
First, I would tell them to look back.
Look back.
Yes, many learners only focus on how far they still need to go.
And they forget how far they have already come.
Exactly.
That is a great point.
Maybe 6 months ago they couldn't understand a podcast.
Maybe 1 year ago, they were afraid to say a single sentence.
Now they can understand conversations and express ideas,
Progress is easier to see when you compare yourself to your past self.
not to other people,
Comparison can be dangerous.
especially online.
We often see people speaking very fluently and assume they learned quickly.
But we usually do not see the years of practice behind that fluency.
Every strong speaker was once a beginner.
Every confident speaker made mistakes.
Every fluent speaker had moments of confusion.
That is simply part of the process.
Another thing learners sometimes forget is that understanding comes before speed.
That's important.
At first, your brain focuses on understanding.
Then it focuses on responding.
Then it becomes faster.
Speed develops naturally through repetition,
Trying to force speed too early can create stress.
and stress often makes speaking harder.
So instead of asking, how can I speak fast?
Ask, how can I speak comfortably?
Comfort creates confidence.
Confidence creates practice,
Practice creates improvement.
and improvement creates even more confidence.
It becomes a positive cycle.
Let's talk about another useful habit,
What is it?
celebrating small wins.
I like that idea.
Many learners only celebrate huge achievements,
Such as passing an exam,
or getting a new job.
or having a long conversation in English.
Those achievements are wonderful,
Of course.
but smaller victories deserve attention too,
Such as understanding a difficult sentence.
Learning a useful expression.
Speaking without translating for a few seconds.
Answering a question more quickly than before.
These moments show that learning is happening.
And recognizing them helps maintain motivation.
Motivation is another word we hear frequently.
Yes, but motivation is not always reliable.
Some days you feel motivated.
Other days you do not.
That is normal.
Which is why habits are so powerful.
Habits continue even when motivation is low.
If English becomes part of your routine, you do not need to make a big decision every day.
You simply continue.
Just like brushing your teeth.
Most people do not wake up and ask, "Should I brush my teeth today?"
Hopefully not.
It is already part of their routine.
The goal is to make English feel similar.
Not a special event, just a normal part of life. Now let's review some practical ideas from today's episode.
Great idea.
First, stop waiting until you feel completely ready.
Speaking practice helps create readiness.
Second, use simple English throughout your day.
Describe what you see, think, and do.
Third, talk to yourself in English.
Short sentences are enough.
Fourth, ask yourself simple questions and answer them.
This creates mini conversations in your mind.
Fifth, focus on consistency rather than perfection.
A little practice every day is extremely valuable.
Sixth, accept mistakes as part of learning.
Mistakes are information, not failure.
Seventh, create more exposure to English.
Listen, read, watch, and interact with the language regularly.
Eighth, celebrate small improvements. They are evidence that your brain is adapting.
And finally, be patient with yourself. Real growth takes time.
Before we finish, let's review some useful vocabulary from this episode.
The first word is momentum.
Momentum means continuous forward movement.
Example, daily practice gave me momentum in my English learning.
Another word is hesitation.
Hesitation means pausing because you feel unsure.
Example, I answered with less hesitation than before.
We also used the word exposure.
Exposure means contact with the language.
Example, listening to podcasts increased my exposure to English.
Another useful word is familiarity.
Familiarity means something feels known and comfortable.
Example, daily listening created familiarity with common expressions.
We also talked about consistency.
Consistency means doing something regularly over time.
Example, consistency helped me improve my speaking skills.
Another important word is confidence.
Confidence means believing in your ability.
Example, practice increased my confidence during conversations.
Finally, we used the word patience.
Patience means staying calm while waiting for progress.
Example, learning English requires patience and persistence.
If you want to improve your English even more, try creating your own sentences using these words.
Connecting vocabulary to your own life makes it easier to remember.
And now we would like to return to the question we asked at the beginning.
When was the last time you spoke English out loud?
Whatever your answer was, maybe today can be the day you do it again.
Even if it is only for a few minutes.
Even if nobody else is listening.
Every sentence is practice.
Every practice session is progress.
And every bit of progress helps train your brain to speak English more naturally.
If you would like to practice writing, tell us in the comments where you are from and one thing you will do this week to train your brain in English.
It can be something simple like listening to a podcast, reading an article, or speaking aloud for 5 minutes each day.
We always enjoy reading your comments and hearing about your English learning journey.
Thank you for spending this time with us today.
We hope this conversation helped you feel more confident, more motivated, and more relaxed about your English learning process.
Remember, you do not need perfect English to start speaking.
You simply need the courage to begin and the patience to continue.
Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep moving forward one sentence at a time.
Take care of yourself. Keep training your brain in English every day, and we'll see you in the next episode of Talk Sara English.
Bye everyone, and happy learning!